Here, Mr. Crone, come here.
What?
How am I talking to you?
Because it's a phone. Do you know those
Where are you?
cans?
I'm in a hotel in a jacuzzi. What are you
I'm going
doing?
up and down the list in maternity hospital down in Limerick for the lads. I'm going up and down the list shouting at babies.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Alright, cold. It's very confusing.
Just don't drop the phone in the jacuzzi.
What? I'm in a jacuzzi at the moment, mate. Yeah.
Don't drop the phone, though.
I've got two models either side of me and they're sleeping.
They're asleep, are they really?
Yeah, the bubbles, if never put a model into a jacuzzi, you see, because they're so skinny, the bubbles always put them to sleep, you know what I mean?
Can you not just keep them awake?
No, I've been trying, but they look so peaceful beside me, you know, as a piece of aesthetic beauty. I just quite admiring it and listening to your golden voice as well, Matt, and looking at the two models beside me in the back.
Is this all a result of it on the Late Late Show the other night? Is that a sign now that you've made it, that you got on the Late Late Show?
I don't even know what made it is, we snuck onto that show, do you know what I mean? They were expecting Jedward, you know, and we just snuck onto it, you know. Ryan Tubridy was quite, you know, he was quite taken aback by it, but I don't think he know the difference, do you know what I mean?
Well, is there a difference? Could it be that you are Jedward with plastic bags on your head?
It's quite possible, do you know what I mean?
Quite possible, yeah.
Very possible, you know, it will be outed soon in the Daily Mail, don't worry.
Did you get a sponsorship deal for last Friday night? Because those Spar bags you were wearing on your head were very prominent.
That's not Spar, it's our own brand, Wraps, but they were turned inside out.
You see, if you get our Wraps bags and turn them inside out, it reads as Spar, you see. So Spar always thinks that's our own shop that we have down in Limerick, but myself and him run it.
You could probably charge them for that anyway, couldn't you?
Oh, Wraps, that's us.
That's our shop.
Spar.
Wraps is our shop. Just look at Spar.
You have to pretend to Spar that you're actually advertising them even when you're not.
Well, I mean, do you know what I mean? If I went on to late wearing an Adidas top, I'm sure Adidas wouldn't get on to me looking for sponsorship. You know what I mean?
You've been on RT so much recently, it actually begs the question, after all the controversy there has been, have you been offered cocaine or other drugs on RT, or when they look at you, do they expect you to be doing the supplying?
No, there's none of that around the place. No. There's all different things to do up in RTA to get themselves high. I was down in a room myself and Joe Duffy and Ryan Tubridy. What they're doing up in RT now, the celebrities up there, to get themselves high, because they're beyond cocaine at this stage now. They get kettles full of hot water and just pour them all over themselves, and they call it a screaming boiler is what they call it. And I mean, Ryan Tubridy half the time, he's got his chest, he'd be on radio now and his entire chest to be scalded with hot water, and it's actually the endorphins from his own brain that give him the high. Cocaine means nothing to Ryan Tubridy anymore. He's beyond it, you know what I mean? Boiling hot water all over his chest or nothing.
Never heard of that one before, but there you go.
Well, you know, you're obviously not at that plateau yet, but I mean, once you start walking around the golden corridors of RTE, but within 5 minutes you'll see people pouring kettles of hot water all over themselves, you know what I mean? It's madness up there.
Yeah, is it going to your head, been on RT so much?
Massively, do you know what I mean? Massively. I mean, I can't. Well, we're not into the kettle thing. We're not there yet. But what myself and your man do is we smash champagne bottles off each other's heads and then laugh up into the sky at God. That's what we like to do.
What about all the praise you're getting? Fintan O'Toole, for example, recently wrote about you, that you're elegant, moving and deeply spiritual, that you capture the essence of the Irish soul. How proud were you to hear that Fintan O'Toole of the Irish Times?
Fintan O'Toole is like...
Who said that or what it means? I haven't a clue. We capture butterflies is about how we capture with big long nets.
Fintan O'Toole, I never even heard of the guy. He could be just some tramp that lives under Leda Bridge with a traffic cone on his head telling everyone he's a wizard, so I've never heard of the dude.
Well, do you know what? We actually have Fintan O'Toole on the line, so let's introduce you to Fintan O'Toole.
Lovely.
Fintan O'Toole, good evening to you.
Good evening.
They never heard of you. They think you have a traffic code on your head and that you're a wizard.
Well, that's true, actually. But
see, I know it. You live down underneath Sarsfield Bridge down in Limerick. I know he's the guy.
Yeah, but you see, really, they're trying to distract attention now because they know that I know their secret.
What's our secret?
Which is that you're actually the idiot bastard children of Daniel O'Donnell. He's been hiding away in an attic for the last 20 years and you've got out. Isn't that true?
I like that story. I like to print that one. Print that one.
Well, maybe it could have happened when Daniel O'Donnell was on tour, that you never know. What goes on tour stays on tour, and he just left you behind.
I think that William is our father. I really am holding out. We're waiting for Jeremy Kyle to get back with the results, but we're just praying that Willie is indeed our father.
Elegant, moving and deeply spiritual, Fintan. Why do you think so?
Oh, well, you know, it's hard to listen to Horse Outside without crying, isn't it? I mean, it's just
that's what my mother said. My mother started wrong crying. They hit me with a length of bamboo after she heard the song.
I mean, you know, there's a kind of softness and gentleness to these lads that I think we really should be very, very proud of them. You know, they just capture something that's deeply embedded.
Well, could they be the antithesis of the Celtic Tiger generation, that they're not moved by materialism?
I think that's it, you know.
We turned that Celtic Tiger into steaks and we ate him. That's what happened to the economy. We got hungry, so we fried the tiger. Yes.
And what did it taste like?
Dollar bills.
Dollar bills.
Salty.
Salty dollar bills. That's what the Celtic Tiger tastes like. Which you can extract that as a metaphor to show that is that what you're going for, Mr. Grom?
I don't know. I don't really know. It's just I haven't eaten in a while now, and I can't stop thinking about tiger burgers.
Alright.
Fintan, you're a big man for the metaphors from your theatre critic job in the Irish Times. What do you think of the metaphor they're striving for?
I think they're brilliant, actually, to be honest, you know. To be serious for a minute, like I think they just got an attitude that's great, you know. That there's been so much bloody bullshit in this country for the last 10, 15 years, and so much hype and so much self-delusion, you know, that I think what the lads are doing is great because they're straight up. They are what they are. To use that appalling phrase, and I think they have a go about them, which actually there's an energy about them that the country really needs at the moment. So they're doing a great job.
Mr. Crome and Blind Boy, have you listened to the type of language that Fintan O'Toole was just using? He used a word you didn't use there previously in this interview.
He said bollocks there a few minutes ago.
What did he say? I know, yeah, but this is going to make you have to bleep out Fintan. I bet you never thought if you done an interview with the Rubberbandits and Fintan that'd be Fintan you'd be bleeping out.
They're having a really bad influence on me, lads, you see. I was innocent and pure until I watched Horse Outside on YouTube, and now look at me.
Man, there's way worse shit in the internet. Way worse. Like, he could send you on a few links to some horrible corners of the internet if you want.
Well, it's bad enough you were corrupting the youth, now you're corrupting the middle-aged of Ireland.
Actually, just before we finish up, though, I think it would be fair to say, Fintan, wouldn't it be, that Willie O'D would not have been a politician now who's impressed you over the years?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, will we get the lads to do the ode to Willie O'D?
I think that would be extremely moving, and I think we'd all be in tears.
Right. Could you do that for us, Blind Boy, Mr. Crome? Could you do the ode to Willie O'D for us?
What, a song?
Yeah.
No, man, we don't do songs on radio.
We don't do songs on radio.
Oh, why? Is it
No.
You want it because you want the royalties, and you don't think you get the royalties if you do it for us now as a live performance?
You wouldn't see Whitney Houston singing down to Live Line, would you, over the end of the phone? Go out of that. No way.
It's not Live Line, it's Nighthawks. What's the name of your show?
Yeah, but hang on. Whitney Houston did an awful lot more drugs than most people we know of.
Yeah, and you still didn't hear her ringing you up and singing her songs on the radio to you. If you want to hear the song, play it there off the internet.
So we have to go and find it off the internet as well?
Yeah. We're not going singing out of key, and I've been up all night in a jacuzzi with models, like, I can't be singing after that. And he's down in the maternity hospital, going up and down in an elevator. Imagine what that does to your vocal cords.
Fintan, does this suggest to you they're getting the attitude of stars already now? They can't even do a simple song for you when you ask them, that they probably want their agent to negotiate a fee.
I think it raises a serious question about whether they can sing at all, you know? Are they a figment of somebody's imagination?
Yeah, that's quite possible, Fintan. I like that line of inquiry.
Maybe it's because they're Jedward with plastic bags over their head. We know they can't sing.
Jedward have golden voices like caramel. Don't be slagging Jedward's voices. They're rapid at singing, probably.
Are you fans of Jedward, are you?
Yeah, we love him.
Yeah, we love Jedward.
Brilliant.
We will leave it there. By the way, where are you in the charts, and when will you know if you've got to number one?
Next week. I mean, as regards the getting to number one thing, we're realising that it's... as two young fellas who created something out of Limerick with no record label, it is very difficult to take on the machine. It is very, very difficult to take on the machine of what's his name, Simon Cole. So any support out there from the Irish public to get out there and start buying it, we actually need it. We didn't think we needed it last week, but the machine has quite a lot of channels of distribution and promotion. We don't.
It is longer than ours.
What do you think of that, Fintan? The influence of Simon Cowell, all the kids downloading Matt Curdle instead of the Rubberbandits.
Well, you know, I think if there's any taste, if there's any decency left in our society, if we have any Irish identity left at all, we'll have to get behind the Rubberbandits. You know, they are the essence of Irishness, so we've got to go for them.
But the problem is the Rubberbandits never heard of you, so they've been endorsed by you, Fintan, and they don't know even who's endorsing them.
We did hear of him. He lives underneath the bridge in Limerick.
He lives under the bridge.
Good luck to
He's
you.
on spray painting his name on buses.
Fintan O'Toole of the Irish Times and the Rubberbandits, thank you very much for joining us.